Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at another Bishoujo figure, and this is another King of Fighters one. And this is Bishoujo Terry Bogard from the SNK Tag Heroines game on Switch, and I think it was on other stuff as well. But I believe this character also appeared in an earlier spin-off, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I do know that this version is pretty much based on the design from the Tag Heroines game, just because of how the box is laid out. Because much like the Mai Shiranui, there are a lot of references on this box. So speaking of the box, we might as well get right into it. So once again, on the front of the box, there's the main window into the figure, as well as the character name, and just some general logos and branding. On the other side is Shinya Yamashita's Bishoujo art, which the figure is based on. I always love Shinya's work, it's just so good, and it's half the reason why I buy any of these. And on the back we've got a bunch more promo images, as well as a little reference to the Tag Heroines game where you could choose different outfits. And on the last side we've got the character select screen from the Tag Heroines game, and yeah, it just looks nice. It's a nice little reference to the game that she's from, and it is sort of keeping with the theme that the Mai had, where it was themed around the main SNK game that she had come from, and the same is true for this one, where it's just referencing the main game that Terry came from, or at least this iteration of Terry came from. So without further ado, we might as well just open her up and have a better look. So taking one quick look at this figure, it just looks incredible. I don't really see any of the issues that I had with the Mai, which I say issues, but it was only like one issue, which was the main skin tone finish on the figure, which hers was high gloss, and this has got a nice matte finish on the skin, making her look so much better. She comes as one piece out of the box, and there's not a whole lot going on pose-wise or design-wise that would warrant them being in multiple parts, so it's just nice. She's already fixed to the base, and the base does have some nice detail as well, just some little rocks and sort of like stone pavement detailed out, but still good nonetheless. The sculpt work is good, the legs and body proportions all look nice. The little iconic Terry jacket looks nice, it's all sculpted detail. Her little top/bra type thing looks nice. Even Terry's iconic hat is very well detailed, as well as the hands holding it. Terry's iconic ponytail is recreated in this figure as well, which is cool. Her short shorts are very short and very nice. A nice little twist on Terry's long jeans. But again, this is the Fatal Cuties design, so it is pretty much one-to-one with that. But then Terry also has her iconic just sneakers, red sneakers. And we also have on the back of the jacket Terry's iconic star, which usually appears when you're doing some of Terry's special moves, or depending on which game it is, because a lot of the 3D ones do like flipped around orientation of the characters now. You might see that star a lot more often now. But basically what I'm saying for all of this is this figure captures all the essential details of Fatal Cuties Terry. It's not really made up gender bend type thing. This is completely like official because it has happened in multiple games, or at least one game that I definitely know of, but I'm pretty sure the character has appeared before. So yeah, it's pretty much just one-to-one with that design, unlike the Transformers ones that they did where it was just a complete riff on the characters, or the Witcher one that's coming up. This is genuinely part of the design that we have seen before, which is very cool. Paintwork is very clean. There are some very minor issues on the hat where it's just a little bit too much paint, but it's nothing too major. Everything else seems very clean, and the paintwork matches the sculpt, or complements the sculpt very well, especially with the sort of musculature of the arms and body. Just looks nice, where it's like a sort of halfway between muscular, sexy, and fit. It's just like, it works really well. The face is very well detailed and has that Shinya Yamashita style. The eyes pop nicely, the lipstick looks good, and the expression is sort of playful and cool. The Fatal Cuties hat print is very, very nice. I do love that. And the high gloss jacket and semi-gloss and satin finishes on some of the outfit just work so well. A lot of the finishing details on the jean shorts in particular look great. Little details like painted nails, the little gold or brass bracelets look great. And even just the paintwork on the shoes is nice too. It's a simple design, so they have to sort of nail it with the paint, and I think they did here. Like I said, there is a very, very minor paint error, but it is not ruining my day at all. And you can see just all the fine details and the beautiful silhouette this figure makes. Now, like the other Bishoujos, this is a 1/7 scale figure, so I don't have that much size comparison right now, because I'm just going through a few changes in the office, so I don't have anything on hand. But here is Terry next to a high-grade Gundam. High-grade Gundams are 1/144 scale and a roughly 1/12 scale for like Figmas and SH Figuarts and stuff like that. And yeah, there's not a whole lot to say really about this figure beyond just how good it is. I quite enjoy the King of Fighters franchise. I played a bit of the Tag Heroines game. It knows what it is, and I mean, the King of Fighters franchise knows what it is. Sort of skirts the line halfway between what Dead or Alive does and what Street Fighter does. So it's kind of funny to see how that franchise has evolved from sort of being direct competition to Street Fighter to sort of competing with everyone else or doing its own thing in its own way. But much like most other modern fighting games, usually they are focusing on making the men as cool or hot as possible, as well as the women as cool and sexy as possible. Street Fighter 6 has gone all in on that, and King of Fighters has been going in on that for quite a while as well. And it's nice to see the figures have started to catch up too. Now, in terms of the rest of the Bishoujo King of Fighters line, there is an Athena planned coming out. I'm not a big fan of Athena, so I'm probably going to skip it, but there is a ton of fighters to choose from for King of Fighters, and now that you can do like the gingerbread characters, it would be kind of funny to see Iori, or Iori, however you pronounce it, among other characters. Basically anyone in the Tag Heroines game with their main outfits would be a pretty good choice, just because those were some of the updated models. But now that we've got King of Fighters 14 or 15, I always forget which one we're up to, there's a ton of new designs to choose from. I mean, they can even do some Samurai Showdown type stuff, because Samurai Showdown and King of Fighters all sort of coexist with one another, like Garrow and the Wolves or whatever. There's just so many games, it's weird. Anyway, what I'm saying is, much like a lot of the other franchises that Bishoujo tackles, especially tackling recently, like Transformers, like the Darkstalkers ones, and King of Fighters now, I don't think that they should stop at just 3 figures. I think that they should do more. And while I'm fully aware that Transformers is getting the Nemesis Prime repaint, and Morrigan from Darkstalkers is getting the Lilith repaint for convention exclusives, that's not really what I mean. I mean like an entirely new sculpt, like just continuing on the lines, like what they were doing with Tekken, Street Fighter, the Bishoujo Horror, the My Little Pony ones, just continuously making figures. They don't necessarily need to come in waves. Especially now that there's more Street Fighter and there's more Tekken, so there's even more reason to just do whatever. And things like more King of Fighters is appreciated. Darkstalkers still has some room to grow, I think, and it would be nice to have even more Transformers, or at least evening out the ranks a bit, just because we've got Optimus and Bumblebee. It'd be nice to have Starscream to go with Megatron or something like that, or even a Soundwave would be funny. But this review was meant to be about Bishoujo Terry, and I had run out of things to talk about just because it is a rock-solid figure, and I don't really have any complaints about it at all, because I really love the Bishoujo Terry. It just looks fantastic. Very good figure. Kotobukiya have just kept nailing it every single time they've picked up the Bishoujo line in the last year. The only stumbling point would have been the Mai from last year, where the sculpt was impeccable, but the paint finish was inconsistent because of the high gloss sort of like sweat, I would say, finish, but I kind of feel like it was a mistake out of the production facility, and that was consistent amongst everyone's copies. I have seen it painted in matte, and it does look very, very good. I haven't done it on mine. I have thought about it, but regardless, that's my sort of gripe with the figure, but it's still really, really, really good. So yeah, Kotobukiya, just do not miss right now. Even the Witcher figure coming out, I still think looks really, really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.